This is Waldorf.
This is Statler.
Now we have Battle Report 243.
243.
Orcs and Goblins versus...
So you've changed the font and you've enlarged the icons.
Yeah, I think I did. Something happened to the font I had and it stopped coming out. And it came in some weird type.
Oh, okay.
And then I had already archived everything else. So I didn't have any to look back at
I see.
without digging them up from the archive thing. I've got a backup drive that I never got them archived to. So anyway, long story, but that's what it was. Pain.
You could have come up with a much more creative. I thought we needed a new look, you know.
I thought we needed a new look, and I thought I would try this for a little bit and see what people thought. So let me know what you thought. You think. If you like this, good, I'll keep it. If you don't like it, let me know, and I'll see if I can dig up some notes.
And we'll still keep it.
We'll keep it anyway, probably, because I'm too lazy to change it.
Until you archive your next set of...
until I mess up the next
battle
one.
reports. There we go. Okay.
Anyway, Zaw Hobbies. This is another brawler. Buckeye Battles.
Buckeye Battles.
It's twice I've done that. Buckeye Battles practice game.
One would have thought you would have had enough practice at Brawler Battles.
Have you seen me play? I never have enough practice. Same list. And
freeze it if you want to.
Here we go. So I'm playing against a two-mark architect who is the general with the crown of the Wizard King. Another two-mark architect. That gives him the two regions he can throw around wherever he wants. And the wizard, by giving the Wizard King crown, that makes another wizard, so the divination magic goes further. That's the trick there.
Right.
Death Cult Hierarch, an adept of evocation, who is the Hierophant.
I actually like that change they made. It doesn't have to be another divination.
Right.
It can be any.
Another Death Cult Hierarch, who's a master of divination with the Sacred Hourglass and the Soul Conduit. 3 units of 5 skeletal scouts, 20 skeleton archers, 20 skeletons with shields. What is that? SC standard with the standard enchant with the banner of the entombed.
Mm-hmm.
The other unit has a standard musician with the banner of the entombed. I'm not sure why he did them different, but anyway.
Looking for points, I guess.
He did. I mean, why do one way, one the other way?
Well, maybe one of a champion just in case.
Yep. Anyway, 2 units of 6 cataphracts and 2 units of 3 tomb reapers.
Okay.
So
quite monstrous.
Quite monstrous, especially when he's throwing a 5-up regen around on 2 of those units every turn.
Mm-hmm.
So got that going. And get over there. Click. Advance. There we go. Based on that, spells I took, Deceptive Glamour, because his agility is right around mine, so any help there. And knowing he's going to have all his mages stuffed into one unit, Twisted Effigy. Other spells, Break the Spirit, Totemic Summons, Awaken the Beast, and Bring the Pain. Totemic Summons because he's got to stop that from happening because he can't afford that monster into his bunker.
Right.
And just start chewing away at him.
You never take the crystal ball, do you?
No.
Yeah.
I'm seeing more and more there's multiple casters and the usefulness is going down from what it used to be.
Yeah.
Back when people always had a single, or most people usually had a single caster, it was a good item. Now I think I think you're better off with the binding scroll.
Yeah, I think so. It's not as good as it was. I just wanted to.
Yeah, but that's just my thought there.
Stacking it with witchcraft, I think is kind of Twisted Effigy is kind of nice.
Yeah. Anyway, Stars Align, Unerring Strike, Scrying, Know Thy Enemy, Spectral Blades, and Ancestral Aid.
Okay, speaking of scrying, what's going on with those cards?
Which ones?
With all the scrying all over them.
Yes. Another one of the club mates said had made the top set of cards for him.
Oh, okay.
For the divination. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to make you the evocation ones too now because I'm tired of seeing those.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. So anyway, we're going to play Counter Thrust and Spoils of War. And here's our deployment.
Oh, it's actual deployment. Okay.
Most of it. Once you place 3 down, I dropped everything because I did not want him to go first.
Okay.
And so this is where I am, and those are the 3 units he's placed. So there he goes. There's the rest of his deployment. And you can see up top right, the Reapers, Fast Cav, Cataphracts, across the back, then the bunker in the swamp.
Or Cav.
More cav. That's another Spectral Reaper unit right there. It's the Spectral Hunter guys, whatever they are. The Reapers are there in the front of the swamp. Guys that look like Shabti.
Okay.
2 more units of fast cav, and then more cataphracts off from far left.
Okay.
So, turn 1. I need an 11. And basically, looking at this, I see absolutely no reason. A failed charge doesn't hurt me in the least.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going.
Okay.
Because they did not Vanguard at all. And I made a 12.
Okay.
So they're in. Boom. One thing about this player really depends on his chaff, so
Mm-hmm.
demoralizing to him if you can get rid of the chaff.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, and it's important to get rid of his chaff.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I go through, smash them. Over here, and in keeping with that, all my little crappy bow shots, I start putting on these guys.
Okay, that's shooting. It's not magic.
That's shooting
Okay.
at this point. Because of magic, I put off +1 toughness on the Nasher herd up front.
Okay.
And you can see the Twisted Effigy. Twisted Effigy got off on his bunker
Okay.
because he, of course, camped on the totemic summons.
Right.
Can't have that happening. So we shoot off a couple of those guys up front.
Okay.
Over on the far right.
And then the fog comes in.
Yeah, the fog it did come in. Up on the top right, you can see the Wolf Riders did manage to beat the scouts.
Okay.
And I elected not to overrun. So now an overrun.
So now we're on his turn.
Yeah, so if I would have overrun,
You would hit these guys in the fog.
I would have hit the flank of the snakes, and
that would have been that.
I think he kills me without doing anything for me. So
Yep.
I elected to stay there. So the Reapers charge me.
Well, you would have stopped him from advancing.
It's kind of weird, but the Reapers charge me.
Right.
But I don't really care if he advances or not. I actually want him to advance.
Okay.
Anyway, Reapers charge me, push me up on top of the hill, and then the snakes,
Okay.
cataphracts, charge me and push me all the way back through the spider.
Into the spider, and you popped out the other side.
Popped out the other side.
So all's good.
So I survived that whole nonsense.
Okay. And slowed down 2 units.
And slowed down 2 units on top of that. You are correct. And can I click? There we go. So there's his failed charges.
Mm-hmm.
He puts up reroll to hits or wound or something on the snakes
Okay.
up on the hill. But that's, the Twisted Effigy hurts his spellcasting a lot because he's depending on 2 dice and everything
Right.
with the soul conduit.
Yep.
And that's causing a mess. And there's my unit of Wolf Riders down there, the circled yellow unit that ran from everything.
Because they're yellow.
They're yellow. But I'm okay. I'm proud of them. They did a good job so far. Anyway, so moving on. Turn 2. So we're going to call the War Cry.
Oh, turn 2, war cry. Wow.
It is. Well, look at what I got.
Yeah, no, I see it.
The Boar Riders on the right need an 8
Mm-hmm.
on Swift Stride, and they're actually in the flank of that spider unit. All 3 of the other units are in the
Spider
front.
unit?
I'm sorry, snake unit.
Oh, okay.
Spider unit, snake unit, whatever. It's the same thing, isn't it? So anyway, so we're got 4 units charging into that one. What I was kind of looking for is the red unit, the Nashers, would end up having to clip the corner, as would the spider.
Right.
The spider overrun clips the Reapers.
Yep.
The Nasher overrun hits the next
Hits
unit
the
of
calf. Yep.
So that's what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back over here and click that and see if we can get this to advance. There we go. Unfortunately, 2 of the units don't make it.
Mm-hmm.
And we got that. So, that's the failed charges where you see them. The Wolf Riders back here in the back recover. They rally.
So you switch positions with the spider.
Yeah, they flipped because I'd rather have the spider over there because my idea here is if I win, then the ferals turn to face the winged reapers,
Right.
and the spider overruns into the chaff.
Right.
Boar Boys in the center just march forward and get in his face. He's got 2 units of 20 skeletons that are entombed.
Right.
have not shown. This is coming up on his turn too in a minute. I don't want them to come between me and the bunkers, so I'm pushing as far forward as I can.
Right.
And the Wolf Riders over there, you can see on the far top left, making sure that the...
You figure your characters can handle those...
Yes. Winged Reapers.
Winged Reapers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So, moving on. There's a picture of that. They made in. The 5 dice you see right there by his unit, indicating that's the one with the 5-up regen on it.
Okay.
One of the ones with the 5-up regen. So we got that.
So you send those wolves over there to block those guys.
Yeah, just to make sure. So spells start going.
It's a lot of spells.
Well, I get off Awaken the Beast for +1 strength on the ferals.
Okay.
He lets that go.
Okay.
And then, rather than easing up, I just kept casting spells into this one combat.
Right.
And just power through it. And got the Twisted Effigy again off on his bunker because, again, he's still holding off, waiting for the
Totemic
summons. And you can see off on the left, the Boar Riders over here have come up to the token and sat on it.
Yep.
With everything against him, he doesn't even get to swing. We just blow him right out on the hill.
Yeah.
And because he's blown right out, I don't even have to make a check with the ferals to stand where they are. The BSB is with the ferals, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And that unit turns to face down this way at the Winged Reapers, because if the Winged Reapers charge, great.
Yeah.
If the Winged Reapers charge the Boar Riders down here on the bottom, I flee and leave him with a failed out there in the middle of the field.
Yep.
And go get him. So I think I'm set up really good on that side. I also went to, I'm normally 6 wide. I went to 8 wide because of him. I can get 8 in on the Winged Reapers.
Right.
So this way it gives me more attacks if he does come in.
You're not giving up really anything on rank bonus. So.
Right. Yep. And I think I more than make up for it. But
With the extra attacks, yeah.
could be wrong, but
Especially if he hits you now when you're at strength 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to have no interest in that. So we got that. So over here, snakes come forward. Winged Reapers come forward into my unit, my bunker. My general's big unit of Boar Riders.
Yep.
And
I can see the rubble.
he was trying to get out of arc and couldn't find it. He wanted to go to the top, left and towards the center of the board, but up to the top and stay out of arc of the spider when it finishes with those guys and the ferals, and could not manage to do it, so ended up just running back to the corner for a turn.
Okay.
Right there on the north of the ferals is a unit. One of his entombed units has come up.
Oh, okay.
And plugged right in there between the ferals and the
On your
spider,
okay.
which is a really good move because it railroads the spider.
Yeah.
Even after I beat this unit, I can't turn and face his bunker because he's parked this an inch away from me right along my flank.
Okay.
Good move. Anyway. So we got that. And over here, the other entombed unit comes up.
Okay.
He's taken a couple losses because he came up and rolled and hit me and has to take dangerous terrain.
Oh, okay.
He lost 3 models. Not a big deal. That's why it was blurry too, because he hit my unit and I was shaky.
Oh, it wasn't all the sand.
Correct. Up top, you can see his bunker is backed up.
Yep.
And so he gets off, looks like scrying and unerring strike maybe on the Winged Reapers fighting my Boar Boys.
Okay.
Even with the -2 to cast and everything else going on.
Right.
I do have scarification up. He swings away, chops away, and puts 2 wounds. Actually, concentrates attacks on my general. He had both those 2 Winged Reapers that were on that right-hand side, full attack into him. Did 2 wounds to him. So we fight back, and with all his abilities and everything else, don't do as good as I thought we would.
What's that 8 behind there?
5 is the regen. 3 is
Ah.
3 wounds left on one of his models.
Okay.
He counts down. The red die is his wound marker.
Okay.
And the white is the regen. So we go on to turn 3. Of course, I forgot to mention, but of course the snakes on the left blow out the spiders. I mean the wolf riders. And yeah, so what's what we got? That's what it looks like going into my next turn. Another blurry one. So the ferals turn back around and reform their ranks and face off on the skeletons down there. Boar riders on the back right move up to the token. So your target token. You can even see my chariot guy, wolf riders.
Did you try to march and failed and just decide to reform, or you just from the beginning
What's this?
reformed the ferals?
They just decided to reform. There's nowhere I wanted to go from there.
Okay.
Because I can't let that unit loose.
Yeah.
The orange spider pushes through the gap and heads towards his bunker, leaving, then brought up the Nashers as well, so they can come up, and once the idea here is the spider can go off to the left, leaving room for the
You're missing a few Nashers
to dash through as well. Not sure what I got. Probably bow shots,
Probably
random
shot you
bow
with the
shots.
bows. Yeah.
The one thing he can really hurt versus with it.
Right.
Ooh, look at that. That's real clear.
Yeah.
Up on the top, I pick up the token and back up 3 inches with the boar boys on the left.
And turn around.
And reform, face him, and back up 3.5. Picking up the token as well. And everybody else is pretty much everything's out of arc of that cataphract unit.
Okay.
And there we have it. Going to combat, first thing I cast in combat is the Bring the Pain on his Winged Reapers there in the center.
Yep.
He actually lets it go.
Okay.
And then does another smart move from him and camps on every shamanism spell I get, so I can't get off a shamanism spell.
Okay.
Which stops scarification from
Right.
coming up. Because of that, his winged reaper that's left on that side kills my shaman.
Oh, okay.
But I wipe the unit.
Yep. And you turn the face back to the center.
Because I still got this cataphract unit to be worried about.
Yep.
Everything else is under control in my opinion, so turn back to face the center. Leaving him to go. So his cataphract comes around the corner. Skeletons up on the left charge into my boar boys. And out there, scattered out behind that unit of the bunker. The bunker is not charged. It just moved forward as far as it could.
And all those characters
And all
left.
4 characters. There's another one behind the tower. But all 4 characters have bailed out of that unit.
Okay.
And just scattered about randomly about the board. There they are. There's all 4 of them. The Winged Reapers attempted a charge into the spider.
Okay.
And we'll see in a minute, but I think they failed. Let's go back over. Yes, they failed. So we've got that. And this fight over here goes well for me.
Yeah.
I kill a couple of him, and he does nothing to me.
Okay.
And he crumbles another 1 or so from that. So I'm feeling good about that.
So
All
back
right.
to your turn.
So back to my turn. Both the Nashers and the spider charge into the bunker. And now the skeletons are no longer a bunker because there's nobody in it.
Right.
And I can manage to position them in a way so that the Nashers can overrun on the guy on the right, the spider on the one in the middle, kind of. The purple spider goes into the Winged Reapers.
Okay.
And the ferals go down the hill into that unit of skeletons.
Okay.
There you go. Everybody makes it. Looking good.
And you're taking the token away over there.
And walking away with the token.
Send more wolf riders.
Look at this wolf rider usage. I want to point that out.
Wow.
Not over there shooting bows at something they can't hurt. They're actually in front of things where they belong. Anyway, moving on. Looks like everything there. So
Any spells get off?
I don't remember good.
I don't see any cards. So
I don't see. There may be something up on the spider.
yeah,
Up on
you're
the
only
top
down
right,
2 spells
I'm not
anyway.
sure.
But
Well, I have no shaman. Yeah, that's a good
yeah, you
point.
got the guy in the chariot, don't you?
Oh, the guy in the chariot. You can see it back there. I think I've got the
Yeah.
twisted effigy again because he.
Okay.
I think he 5 dice to prevent the totemic summons again.
Oh, okay.
Especially with all those characters running around. So the twisted effigy's back up on his
Well,
divination
you
mage.
can't have a totemic summons. He's dead.
I can't. What is he stopping then? Deceptive glamour? Anyway, maybe I just pushed it through anyway.
Yeah.
So we've got that. You can see I've got 2 wounds on the spider going in.
Mm-hmm.
He put 5 on me.
Yeah.
That hurt. I think I killed one of him and they have
One wound
5
on the
wounds each or 4?
4, I think.
Okay, so I think I
I'm not
killed
gonna
one
swear
and
to that, but I think
put
it's
1 on the other.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's not a good trade for me.
Nope.
But you can see the ferals, after they win their combat, get ready for the
So they wipe those guys out.
for the winged reapers and go back to 8 wide. Yeah, they just
Okay.
killed them.
And the former bunker got wiped out. And did you make it into the 2
I did.
characters?
Into both the characters got
Okay.
overrun.
And he
into.
won over here.
Back up for a minute. Yeah, they both ran into him, both smashed in.
Okay.
Over here, he beat me. He makes me. I drop the token. He makes me flee. I go to there.
Yep.
Now it's back to his turn,
He charges you
and
again.
he charges me and pushes me back even further.
Okay. Where's the token?
It's under him now.
Oh, okay.
When he made me flee, he dropped it there, right there where you see it in front of his
Right.
unit. And then when he when he tried to charge me and failed his charge,
The trade.
he ended up landing right on it.
Okay. Because he can't pick it up while he's doing that, right?
Correct. He still can't pick it up yet.
Till next
but-
turn. Yeah.
Till next turn.
Okay.
Over there,
I'm sorry. You off the table or is that?
I'm still not off the table.
Or those are your guys in the blurry guys in the back. Okay.
The blur in the back is my guys.
Hanging out with the dead snakes.
Of course, there's the other unit of snakes smashing into the
Wolf
wolf riders.
Okay.
Up top, yeah, that's going to end well. I guess I didn't kill any. Now that I look at it, looks like all 3 are still there. So he kills my
Spider.
spider.
Yep.
Not happy about that. Angers me. I like my spider. Over here,
I think the term is liked.
liked my spider.
Yeah.
Over here, he thought he was cute because he left his mage over here. Let's see if I can find him real quick. Find that. There we go. Back up. Yeah, you can't really see it, but his mage hung out over there because he's figuring, well, the spider. He's right beside the spider. The spider can't turn and face him, so he's going to be safe parked out there to the left of my spider.
Until you run off the table.
But he did not take into account that the spider runs off the table.
Yeah.
And the other guys reform. So back over there. There you go. Which it did. The spider
Okay.
runs off the table. Nasher's reformed to look at him. And now he's like, uh-oh, that doesn't look good.
Yeah. He's got one more character behind the.
Right. Turns out not to matter anyway, because
Oh.
on the crumble check he loses it
Oh, okay.
and loses a couple more skeletons. He's down to 7 over there. Nowhere else. I mean, none of the construct stuff. Well, it's not constructs. I forget what they call them now. But the snakes and the ringed reapers and
Yeah.
Shabti.
They have high enough leadership.
It's, the leadership's like 8, and they crumble 1 less.
And they get
So
the one
you have to
down
roll a
lead.
10 to do anything to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway,
Okay.
so back to my turn. I believe this is turn 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
The feral unit charges down the hill into the winged reapers,
Mm-hmm.
who no longer have regen on them.
Okay. Does he still have a character behind the tower, or is he out
There's
of
still
character?
one hiding behind the tower.
Okay.
The boar boys in the center
Mm-hmm.
pick up the token.
Okay.
I don't think I've done this yet. They pick up the token and back up, and the general shoots out of the unit and marches forward 14,
Okay.
simply because that unit on the top left has a token.
Right. If you kill it, he'll drop it.
And even if I have 2 now, and he
Right.
has 1, and I'm not certain this unit of boar boys is going to survive.
Right. Definitely not with your general in it.
So
The-
yeah, well, even with the general, that 6 snakes is really tough coming
Yeah.
in with lethal strike and poison. So I do put the -1 movement on him.
Yeah.
Get a spell off. I'm not sure where it was, but you can see the clip the very corner.
Was the
of
character
guy
too
peeking out
far
the
from
building.
your?
From the Nashers,
from
they
Nashers?
tried and failed.
Oh, and failed. Okay.
And the spider came back on the board and looks over there to where he can wheel to either side of the
Maybe get some
building
lucky bow shots off.
and tries to shoot him. Over here, the ferals that came down the hill just obliterate. That's where I got a spell off, the Deceptive Glamour.
Okay.
They obliterate the
So that took care of that.
last guys.
And you.
So now he charges me and I
You didn't,
flee.
You didn't turn around or anything.
What's this? Oh, I
The
didn't bother.
ferals. Okay.
It's you can see on the right. That was the top of turn 6.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Bottom of turn 6 is
Thought
coming.
we were on 5. Okay.
I did too, but I was wrong. So we're on top of 6. So he charges me, and I decided to flee.
Okay. Drop the token.
Drop the token and flee. And maybe that was turn 5. That was turn 5.
Okay.
It's definitely turn 5 now that I'm thinking about it. Obviously.
Yes.
So top of turn 6, the spider comes in and hits him in the corner.
Okay.
The big unit of boar boys turns around. They rally.
Okay.
And on his turn, he crumbles off.
Oh, he backed off and then he crumbled. Okay.
Yes, he backed off and he actually crumbled off over here, dropping the token.
Yeah.
Back to the center, he puts 7 wounds on the spider.
Okay.
In the turn I charged it and I think I did 1 wound to him the turn I charged.
Yeah.
I don't think he did anything back, but then he turns to face me. Bottom of 6, he puts 6 more wounds on me, gets me to 7.
Okay.
But 7's not enough. Anyway, so his other character back there died to bow fire or something. I forgot what it was. I think I shot him off.
Okay.
My general failed his charge trying to go into those guys, but didn't matter anyway. So that's where it ended.
Okay.
And because of that, it was a 19-1.
All right.
Mainly because of the half points from the spider on that final turn.
Yeah. Losing the other one too.
Again here, this wasn't a mistake. Just want to point out the thing I did right, in my opinion, was I got the Awaken the Beast on the ferals.
Right.
And instead of stopping there, I continued. That's anyway. It's a change. Something I did better. The other thing I want to point out is switching formations, which I almost never do.
Yeah.
And always mean to.
Do you think it's better to have these bigger units in 2 trays?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Makes it a little easier.
Makes it easier to switch.
At least between 2
formations.
standard sizes.
Correct. Yeah, it would probably be a better idea if I did that. Over here, this is where I think I did make a mistake. On here, I picked up the token and backed up 3.5 to where you see me now.
Right.
I would have been better to turn to face him and back up 3.5, leaving the token. Because now he's got to decide whether to move forward and pick it up or charge me.
Right.
If he charges me, he goes past the token, hits me. If he breaks me, the crappy leadership on them pretty much guarantees he's going to follow me.
Yeah.
And never be able to get back to it because he can't march.
Right, that's true. Yeah.
And then if he stops and picks it up, then instead the first round of combat is me charging.
Right.
Rather than me getting charged. So I misplayed that over there. Again, didn't cause me a problem in this game, but it was a misplay, I thought. Anyway, that's it.
Okay. Till next time.
Thanks for listening.